Hello everyone, welcome to Inconvenient Truths. I'm your host, Jennifer Zeng. On May 5th, just before Xi Jinping's visit to France, Hong Kong's pro-CCP newspaper Sing Tao Daily suddenly published a photo of Xi's wife, Peng Liyuan, with a caption that read, Peng Liyuan, a full-time member of the Central Military Commission's Cadre Examination and Evaluation Commission, came to the university to investigate the construction of a high-level talent team. Sing Tao newspaper said the photo came from social media but didn't specify when or where it was taken. The photo sparked heated debates in Chinese social media circles as no official report has ever mentioned Peng Liyuan as a full-time member of the Central Military Commission's Cadre Examination and Evaluation Committee before. Some argued that the photo was real, while others said it was fake and created by AI. After quite some debate, Yao Cheng, a former lieutenant colonel in the CCP's Navy Command, came forward to confirm that the photo was real and taken during Peng's visit to the Naval Engineering University in Wuhan, Hebei Province, and that the Major General in camouflage uniform accompanying her was Ma Weiming, an academician of the Chinese Academy of Engineering and the man who developed the electromagnetic catapult for the CCP's Fujian aircraft carrier. One Chinese official report claimed that he was worth 10 divisions and a godlike figure in the military. The report included this photo as evidence because in the picture, the person holding the umbrella for him was none other than Wu Shengli, the then commander of the CCP Navy. Yao Cheng added that the photo of Peng Liyuan accompanied by Ma Weiming was taken last year. Peng Liyuan was born in November 1962, previously the director of the People's Liberation Army Academy of Arts, a major general of full military rank, and later served as a doctoral tutor at the National Defense University's School of Military Art. According to the provisions of the CCP's military service order for military officers, the maximum age of full military service is 60 years old, which means that Peng Liyuan had to retire from active service in November 2022. So, in order to retain her military position, she was reappointed to the position of Cadre Reviewer of the Military Commission and is now enjoying the rank of Deputy Regional Army treatment, which will allow her to serve in the military until the age of 63. However, by 2025, she will have to retire again, so she must enter the Central Military Commission in order to stay in the military. Public information shows that the Central Military Commission's Cadre Examination and Evaluation Commission was established in 2016 and has been described as, quote, an important initiative to comprehensively and thoroughly implement the system of responsibility of the chairman of the Military Commission, ensure accurate and scientific selection and employment, and a new exploration to adapt to the reform of the leadership and command system and enhance the credibility and authority of selection and employment, unquote. In other words, if the photo that was released by Sing Tao Daily is true, then Peng Liyuan might have started selecting military generals for Xi Jinping long ago, and then getting into the Central Military Commission may not be completely out of the question. Also, while Sing Tao Daily claimed that the photo came from social media, no one has been able to find out which social media account originally posted it. Since pro-CCP media outlets based in Hong Kong often publish news that is inconvenient for the CCP's official media to publish, China observers tend to think that the photo was also provided by the CCP for Sing Tao Daily to publish. The question is, there are different factions within the CCP, so was this photo released by the anti-Xi faction to embarrass Xi Jinping, or was it released by Xi Jinping's faction to test the outside world's response? The timing of the release suggests that the latter is more likely. If it had been released by the anti-Xi faction, they could have chosen to release it after Xi and Peng Liyuan had arrived in France, which would have caught them off guard and made it difficult for them to deal with such a leak because they were busy visiting France. If this photo was released by Xi Jinping's faction itself, then there is a greater likelihood that Peng Liyuan will play a more important role in the political life of the CCP going forward. As you may recall, I did a program a while ago on the possibility of Peng Liyuan formally moving to the center of China's political arena. For some time now, rumors have been circulating that the possibility of Peng's joining the Politburo of the CCP Central Committee, and some people even say that the reason for the delay of the long overdue third plenary session of the 20th CCP Central Committee is that Xi Jinping's idea of having Peng join the Politburo has not yet been accepted by other top leaders of the CCP. Of course, there are also those who disagree that Peng will be in the CCP Politburo because she's not even a member of the Central Committee. So how can she directly enter the Politburo, which must be filled by a member of the Central Committee? However, looking at this history of the CCP, Mao Zedong's wife Jiang Qin and Lin Biao's wife Yue Qun had all been in the CCP Central Committee and the Politburo. By the way, Lin Biao was once chosen as Mao's successor as vice chairman of the CCP Central Committee. Also, Xi Jinping has often acted outside the rules of the party, so it is not totally inconceivable that Peng Liyuan will be in the CCP's Politburo. The CCP has always believed the power comes out of the barrel of a gun. So the fact that Peng Liyuan has entered the military system and has the power to appoint and dismiss top military personnel is partly due to Xi Jinping's needs and partly due to the fact that Xi Jinping has fewer and fewer people around him to trust and has to risk the reputation of his wife's interference in the government by gradually bringing Peng Liyuan to the forefront. Is this move a blessing or a curse for Xi Jinping? Please kindly share your thoughts with us by leaving a comment. Well, that's all for now. Please take a moment to like and share my videos or go to my website at jenniferzengblog.com to sign up for a membership or make a donation to support my effort. Thank you. See you next time.